Over the years, you've heard me ask wealth manager Warren Ingram the big questions. How do we invest wisely? How do we protect our family's future? All those conversations, that entire library of financial expertise is now available as a podcast. Straightforward advice to help you build your wealth on demand. Just search for Warren Ingram's Personal Finance wherever you get your podcasts.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
So, on our Hanging Out feature this morning, and remember you can watch this on YouTube as well. Just go to the 702 YouTube page, and you can just watch and listen to the show at the same time. On our Hanging Out feature today, we're hanging out with someone who is not new at 702, has been here before. In fact, we should be saying welcome back home because she spent some time as a reporter on Eyewitness News. She has spent a lot of time over the last couple of years doing investigations on Carte Blanche. She's an anchor on Newsroom Africa as well. And her name is Masa Kekana, who is in studio with us as we get to know her better and reflect on her career. How are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Good morning. It feels like a full circle.
Isn't this weird?
It's like a full circle moment, because this is where it all began for me. So it's quite surreal.
It is. I think I must say to the listeners as well that it's awkward to interview you because you're a friend of mine. And we used to talk about this, in fact, that what would happen one day if we have to interview each other? And we used to say, I think we would laugh most of the time because I would laugh at you trying to be serious. I'm trying
to stop myself from laughing right now.
Okay, so let's get into it. I want to start off with how you got into journalism. Because it's not something you've always wanted to do, like growing up. It happened by chance. What happened?
Yeah, as you're saying, it did happen by chance. I, in high school, had the pleasure of exploring and shadowing other professions. My mom had the good wisdom to connect me with people she knew in different sectors and industries. So at some point I thought I'd be a banker, and she got me a shadowing week at Standard Bank. At some point I thought I wanted to work as a photographer and then organize that. So basically I tried different fields, and then the one I took to was shadowing an ambassador. And coupled with my very conscious upbringing and the link to politics, I always thought that's what I want to do. And then I stumbled upon journalism because while I was studying politics in university, I got like a weekend job, right, on community radio station, at an Afrikaans community radio station, doing English news. And thereon, it just hit me. I was like, I love this. I love doing news. I love being a part of the news, telling the news, shaping the narrative. And then that was that. That's
fascinating. So moving to Carte Blanche then, because that's like a different kind of news, right?
Yeah.
On Eyewitness News, you're reporting on politics and other stories, but Carte Blanche is like very heavy investigative stuff. How was that transition for you?
Oh, so I grew up watching Carte Blanche. So there was a lot to get used to. I remember just being a 6-year-old Protea and Soweto watching Carte Blanche and watching Derek Watson, Ruda Landman. And at the back of my mind, I didn't know that that's what I'd end up doing. But I really idolized these people. I thought this is an amazing thing that they do. And once I started in journalism, I always had a bit of frustration with radio news because of the duration. You have to package your story within 40, 45 seconds, 50 seconds if you're lucky, right? And I always wanted longer form. I wanted to dig more deep. I wanted to sink my teeth into it. So I was always attracted to the longer form of journalism, and Carte Blanche is honestly the pinnacle of that.
That's incredible. Okay, so we're going to get to reflect on your career, because one of the things, in fact, some of the listeners, when I announced you coming on, wanted to know is, are you not scared to do the job that you do? Because you do a lot of confronts, quote unquote, as you often call them, and sometimes it looks really, really, really scary. And I think there are some moments that you can share with us that have happened in the course of your work that will maybe give us a sense of how dangerous the job sometimes is. But before we get there, you love listening to music.
Oh, yes.
Part of what we do on the Hanging Out feature is to play some of our guests' favorite songs. So let's start maybe with Pro Kid, Soweto. Why is this song special for you?
I love all kinds of genre of music, but I love hip hop music. I specifically love local hip hop. I think we have such amazing talent when it comes to local hip hop.
I thought you were going to put Dukes here.
Dukes almost made the list as well. He was passing so many. But Pro Kid in particular, because of where I'm from as well. Yeah. I was born in Soweto. I'm so proud of being from Soweto because it was this place that was created to shun black people, to marginalize, to oppress. Even the architecture of how it was built was not for it to flourish and produce the amazing talent that Soweto continues to produce in every sector. So Pro Kid is one of those lyricists from Soweto who rips Soweto so hard, and I love that about it, about his music. But also, man, it's a good song, you know. It reminds us of where we're from. I think Soweto gives you that edge, you know. I think others from other townships will disagree, but you know,
or villages. Others from other townships or villages. All right, let's listen to Pro Kid, and then I'm going to come back with some of your WhatsApps. You can send us WhatsApp voice notes if you want to join this conversation on 011 072 702 1702. But if you want to call us, you can call on 011 883 0702. Pro Kid, Soweto. What a song.
What a jam.
What a jam. It's a beautiful jam. All right, 011 883 0702. I'm taking your WhatsApps as well on 072 702 1702. We're hanging out with Masa Kekana. If you've been listening to 702 for a while, you know her voice, having worked on Eyewitness News. If you are a regular watcher of Carte Blanche, you see her often do confronts and do investigative stories on Carte Blanche. I'll come to those WhatsApp voice notes in a minute. Connie says, hi, Clement. You introduced Masa as your friend. I'm so disappointed that she's not your girlfriend because I always thought that she was. Do people really genuinely think?
It's everywhere.
It's gross to think about it because you're like a sister.
It's like you for us, but everyone for the longest time thought, and there's still people who still think we're dating. I thought it was funny when I mentioned love life to my boss at Carte Blanche, and he said, hold a minute. Wait a minute. You're not dating Clement. And I said, okay, this has gotten out of hand.
Well, guys, it's now clear. No, we're not. We are more brother and sister.
Yes.
In fact, some people also were tweeting saying, oh, I can't wait for this conversation between the two of you because they thought somehow, you know, it's boyfriend interviewing girlfriend.
No, you were actually my work husband. That's how it started.
That's how it started
yes.
at EWN.
Yeah.
Back in 2016, 2017.
Across the road when you guys were still in the other offices. I see you've moved to really swanky offices.
Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess who we just got a message from?
Who?
Your godmother.
Oh.
Hi everyone. Mutsabi here. I have to tell you, it is such a beautiful thing to see a child grow into such beauty inside and out. Masa, dearest godchild, how grateful I am to God for all the special moments He's afforded us in the future, the good and the challenging. I remember all the moments of laughter and tears. We've been through debates. We've had children against adults, those beautiful evenings watching something topical on TV and having fierce debates about that. The music, it was all prepping you for this day. Of course, there's still more growth to do. I love you always, dearest, and may you continue to grow, to search and go deep, find those precious stones deep within you.
Oh, I have goosebumps.
Beautiful.
I love Aunt Mutsabi. She is such a warm, she exhibits soft power, you know, so elegant as well.
Yeah.
And of course, so talented, you know. But yeah, lots and lots of love for her.
Let's go to WhatsApps on 072 702 1702.
As super smart as Masa is, she's also super funny, and she thinks on her feet at lightning speed. We did a story in KZN on electricians that tampered with electricity meters to reduce costs for dodgy consumers. And when it came to the confronts, the one the one electrician he was digging himself holes because Masa had the answers. Masa was prepared and she wasn't letting him get away with it. And then when he realized there was nowhere to turn, he turned to religion. He said to her, "But I'm a Christian." And Masa, who is a strong believer as well, turned around and said, "You're a Christian that turns back electricity meters." She didn't skip a beat. And she held her own. And she was funny but respectful, and that's the beauty of Masa. She'll give you gems when you don't expect it, and she's just an absolute joy to work with. When I go on a shoot with Masa, it doesn't feel like work; it feels like a catch up.
That's one of the producers at Carte Blanche.
That's one of the super producers at Carte Blanche, Nikki Troll. Does amazing work. I remember that conference. It was in Durban, and it was quite funny.
Okay, so one of the many questions I got was about your work on Carte Blanche. Are you not scared when you do investigations like that? Someone else also asked about the preparing, but we'll get to that in a moment. But in as far as just the work itself, do you not get scared?
The truth is I do. I do get scared. There's a lot of prep. We'll get into that. But I do get scared. And, sometimes you cannot even have the security, which is most of the time. Last year I did a story on illegal mining, and we're entering these illegal mine shafts, and I was with about 600 zamazamas and not wearing a bulletproof vest. There were gunshots the day before and after. I think I stress my mom and my family a lot because they get so scared for me. I personally, before the confront, am quite scared. I am a huge believer in God, so wherever I go, I do have my Bible. I do pray, but during the confront, something just takes over, it's a transformation, and then thereafter, then I'm in the zone. I'm thinking about the people I'm confronting these people about. It's not fear at that point. At that point, I'm just in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the preparation that goes into it?
Oh, so much. You become a jack of all trades, and the thing is you have to become the master of that. Because if I'm going to confront a medical practitioner about something they're doing wrong in their profession, I need to completely understand it. So it involves a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of interviewing and speaking to other people as well. But there's a lot of groundwork that goes into it. I burn the midnight oil very often. Lots of reading that's involved in it. Before you then see that 12-minute insert with maybe 2 minutes of that confront, I have read for hours, days, weeks on that topic.
Yeah. I've got a question, in fact, from a friend of mine who also said when I was addressing Connie's message that, no, we're not dating, says, "Oh, well, you could have fooled us." And then this friend says, "I was convinced as well until you told me otherwise." We need to really change how we put ourselves out there.
Otherwise, we're never going to get married.
Right? So here's a question from this same friend who says, "Hi, Clement, a question to Masa. Please ask her, how has she managed to make a name for herself being a child of a powerhouse in her mom?" I mean, your mom is a powerhouse. She's a businesswoman. She is quite a powerhouse. She's an author. I've actually had her on the show before about one of her books. How is there pressure as well?
It's such a privilege, to be raised by a powerhouse. It's a privilege because you get to see firsthand what is possible. I got to see success through my mom. The first graduation I went to was hers at Gibbs for her MBA, and I was in high school. So yes, initially there was a lot of pressure when I was much younger as well, because you're in the shadow of this giant of a success. But she's still my mom, she's still my nurturer, my caregiver. And I was thankfully also raised by my father, who had soft power as well, very loving, very assuring, very kind. Very kind. And that always grounded me and still grounds me, because I was raised by a man who showed me love, but also told me. And when I say told me, he expressed how much he loved me all the time, and with so much meaning. It was always, "Nana, I love you," said with so much meaning. I love you twice more than you can ever imagine. And so having this love and powerhouse from my mother, and then having this wonderful, kind and caring man, I really got the parent jackpot.
Yeah, the best of the best. And the second question from this person was, is she comfortable talking about her dad and the influence of her dad that had on her? So I'm glad you touched on that, and we'll touch more on it a bit later on. Let's go to WhatsApps before the headlines. 072-702-1702.
Hi, Clem. Hi, guys. I hope you guys are doing well there. My name is Mbaki, and I'm one of Masa's best friends. I knew this interview obviously was coming, and I was super excited for it because I know how close you guys are to each other. And so it was just going to be so amazing to listen to you guys and talk about your story. I've known Mas since we were at Red Bull, driving the Red Bull cars. And one of my favorite traits that I love about Mas is her ability to focus and her ability to pursue relentlessly what she wants. My absolute favorite moment was when she qualified with distinction, I might add, her journalism qualification. And I know what it took for her to do that because she had to put her head down and focus. Super proud of her. And every single time I watch her on Carte Blanche or any MC gig she's doing, she just belongs there, like this is something she was meant to do, and we're super, super proud of her. I know her dad, her late dad, would be extra proud of her, and I know her mom is also proud of her. So we are always proud to see her, and we'll continue to watch. All right, bye guys.
Masa Kekana, once again, I mean, like, he's good. I mean, he's proper. Never fit. Clement, if you're going to start your playlist, Capro Kid. I think ever since I've ever listened to your hanging out feature, this is the first time I heard it. Someone start a playlist. Capro Kid. Like, dude, you're fit. The best lyricist we've ever had in this country. Great show, guys. Great
Absolutely.
Show. When I start checking out your show, Mase, when I start doing that. This is episode 30 from Swaneville. I'm not from Soweto, but wow. Okay.
In spirit, you are from Soweto.
Thank you, Happy.
Yeah. Sidi Madia just walked into studio.
How could I not?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
How could I not?
Abusing your privilege of being from here. I mean,
No, but my wish shoe is on air. How could I not? Can I not say 5 cents?
I mean, you've just walked in here. Take over already.
Freestyle.
We are so proud of you. I'm struggling with my own tears listening to you guys. Masa, we are so proud of you. We talk about industry, you and I, about perceptions all the time. I mean, in between talking about boys, but still, I'm very proud of you. I'm glad you're getting your flowers. I'm glad. I'm so happy. Clem, this is a beautiful moment. There are things we can't talk about, ne? But we love you. We are very proud of you. It's a beautiful moment.
Thank you so much.
On that note,
I appreciate you
from
so
the way
much.
Shoe. Oh, you want to say something, girl?
No, she knows how I feel. Like, we've had many a discussions. We speak till she's one of my friends who sleep late. And I told you I burn the midnight oil a lot, and she does too. So we have very interesting conversations, and it's so much love. Like, being TD's friend is, it's quite the thing, it's a privilege.
It's on love. It's 10:30.
Hanging out with Clement.
On 702.
Let's walk the talk.
25 minutes before 11 o'clock, we are hanging out with Masa Kekana, who is a journalist at Carte Blanche. She's one of those ladies that runs after the crooks. She's also an anchor on Newsroom Africa. And we're getting to know her this morning and reflecting on her career. I've got lots of your messages that are coming through, your WhatsApps as well. Someone says, Clement, please can you ask her to reflect on the Temi Taylor story, because that stuff was huge. Remember your story?
Yeah.
In fact, Abel, can we just find a clip of that? Because I think there should probably be a clip somewhere, because it was trending for a long time. Do you ever reflect on that? How was it for you doing that Temi Taylor story?
Sometimes as journalists we feel like what am I doing this for? Because you tell a story, you expose something, and then nothing changes, or it seems like nothing changes. The Tammy Taylor story was one of those that reinvigorated why I do what I do.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it took. I mean, we started, I think, in 2019, 2020. And it's only now that they have finally been properly exposed, and then trying to find the original Tammy Taylor in the US as well, to ensure that they also have evidence for their lawsuit and to see justice for those women. It was about those women who had bought those franchisees, and they had gone through the most horrendous experience. And so, yeah, it's a good feeling when your story not necessarily trends, but actually creates an impact. Yeah.
Okay, more WhatsApp voice notes, because I also want to play some music as well. 072 702 1702.
Hi, Clement. Great show. Hi, Masa. Just a question. Your show, Carte Blanche, a very, very important show. I just want to get from you your view around the country South Africa as Masa, the person, as a presenter for a show like Carte Blanche. What do you think about our country? What's the future? Any advice to the leadership, because you're a person who's got a front row seat to many things that are happening in the country. Just your view around South Africa as a whole, and what can we do to fix the country? Second one, I think Clement Anyway, that's my question. This is Terry from Vosloorus.
Morning, Clement, and oh my gosh, you are sitting with my absolute fave, and Masa, I must tell you, you are an inspiration to young girls out there. You are respectful in your interviews, yet firm, and you know exactly when to push what buttons. And thank you for what you do. Ralph here in Boksburg.
Good morning, Clement. Tabo here from North Riding. Just wanted to say hi to Masa. Tell her that, I'm very proud of all her achievements and the flowers that she's receiving now. Not surprised with Pro Kid. Not surprised at all. She's my fellow Soweto girl, Dobsonville to be precise. And yeah, very happy for her. Just ask her why she's not meeting with us at church on Friday afternoon anymore. She knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, I know how close you guys are. So great show. Thank you. Bye.
Which church is this?
It's not a holy church.
Is it the Bryanston place?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Well, on Fridays, I'm now on Newsroom Africa doing news, so that is why.
Yeah. Which is messed up everything. Like in terms of like our time.
Especially you and I.
Because I'm studying during the week.
Yeah.
And weekends when I have time, you are working.
Yeah.
And it used to be the other way around.
It used to be the other way around.
Yeah. Look. Nyeleti on the WhatsApp line says, hi Clement, I'm not surprised that Masa is a powerhouse. Her mom was my coach and she's very reassuring powerhouse without overwhelming you. Well done to Masa. You're a role model to a lot of young women out there. There was that question that was asked in the beginning about your reflections on the state of the country now.
Sure. It's, the short answer is it's worth saving. There's so much beauty. There's so much good. Every investigation that we do, the exposés that you're seeing, what you don't see are the amazing people who aren't part of the story, but are part of the bigger story of South Africa. I think they are beautiful places. The great thing about working for Carte Blanche, Lala, is that, there we go, Clement, is that...
no, I can be Lala, it's okay.
Is that 1 week you're in this tiny little dorp and discovering cute little quirky things, and the next week you're chasing a politician, and the following week you're chasing a scammer, and then the next week you're doing a story on rhinos, and then so you get to see the best and the worst, and there is more of the best in this country than the worst. My message for the leadership of this country, oh my gosh, how do I say this politely?
Get your ish in order.
Yeah. Wake up. Wake up. We are literally approaching, if not on a ticking time bomb. Just get it together.
Yeah, get it together, please. Already people are sending messages about Lala. That's how she calls me. Well, we call each other Lala.
Yeah.
That's why but you can call me Lala, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Even during an interview.
Oh, Lala.
Yeah, because it's weird when you say Clement. Your next favorite song, because you've sent us a long list, but then we're not going to play all of those. Who should we do now? Should we do Teenage, Dead Bag, or should we do Kenny G or the Goodoo Dolls?
Let's go to Kenny G.
Why?
Kenny G, because of my music foundation was set by primarily my mom and my dad, who have exquisite taste in music.
Yeah.
And then also by Bomam Khulubaka, my mother's sisters. You know, my mother's elder sister actually ran a tavern from my granny's house. So when we'd visit...
Oh, is that where you get your dancing
No.
skills?
So when I'd visit on like school holidays, I would hear all these kinds of songs, you know, Shirley Caesar, Oleta Adams, Kenny G, and these are the songs I grew up listening to. So when I listen to a Kenny G the moment, it reminds me of Protea, Dobsonville, Meadowlands, Orlando, Diepkloof, Pimville, all the parts of Soweto that I used to visit as a child, different family members as well. But definitely this song in particular reminds me of my king, my dad.
Morning, Clem, and good morning to your guest. So, Clem, you are hosting, someone that I admire a lot in the journalism sphere. I must say that one of the reasons why I still, watch Carte Blanche, it's because of people like Masa Kekana, and I just love her robust approach when she deals with confrontational situations. And I must just say that it's good that you have her there in studio, and that she's getting her flowers and all. But yeah, man, I just want to say to her that she must just keep up the good work. We really need journalists like her. So yeah, thanks, Clement. This is Pete from Tembisa.
Clement, good morning, and then good morning to Masa there. I must admit, Clement, actually, I've waited for opportunity like this one to appreciate the voice of Masa. It makes my heart melt. Clement, back to business. I just want to pose a question to Masa regarding Carte Blanche being an investigative show. Clement, are they not scared, especially when the show requires them to attend to these dangerous scenes, dangerous places, as female people, female and ladies, of course. Are they not scared when they have to visit these areas, Clement? I just want to get a sense, I just want to get the answer from Masa as to what's going through their mind at that time when they have to visit these places. Joseph Rosley.
Good day, 702 and the team. Thank you immensely, Mr. Clem, for having invited a role model of my younger sister by the name of Masa. My younger sister loves her so much, and I also loves her, My younger sister by the name of Anna looks up to her. Yeah, keep on doing exceptional work, Masa. Yeah, this is Maxwell in Q.
Beautiful. A message here says, hi, Clement. I'm just taken aback by her. This is a message from Kay. He says, I'm taken aback by her wide range of musical taste and maturity in selection, not just a no-nonsense news junkie or social activist. It's really nice to be exposed to your artistic, fun, and soft side of you. That's a message there from Kay. Another K, Khotso says, I want to just tell Masa how proud I am of her, and I love her so much. Life has taken a lot, but she manages to stand tall and continue inspiring everyone. That's a message there from Khotso. I think this is Khotso, your brother.
Kekana, definitely. That sounds like him.
KK. Yeah. Okay. Good. I've got so many WhatsApp voices that I still want to play. Let's do this. Let's take a quick ad break. When we come back, we'll take more of your calls and WhatsApps as we wrap up our chat with Masa Kekana.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
10 minutes before 11 o'clock, we're just about to wrap up our chat with Masa Kekana. Someone wanted to know, what do you do for fun?
I listen to music. I love music. All kinds of music. I play golf. I'm an adventure bunny, so I love scuba diving. I love reading. I hang out with people like yourself and my friends.
Cool people like me.
But I do like to have adventurous fun, but I also do like to have chill downtime, music, good food, good company, good chats.
So on YouTube, there are people, as you know, who are watching us on the 702 YouTube page. And then this one says, Shelly Vilagazi on YouTube says, Clement, can we please see you guys practicing your dance moves? So Masa is the person who would get me to dance a lot, as good as I am. And in fact, there's what is the dance challenge we just did now?
I don't know what it's called, but I think it's called Hambanam. And it's funny because as we're doing it, I think Mpaki, who also sent a voice note earlier, was like, not Clem dancing.
Yeah.
And I said he insisted because everybody knows, Lala, you've got two left feet. But you know what? We indulge you.
I don't. Then why do you want to dance with me all the time if I have two left feet?
Because I love you.
Anyway, we'll post that video on Twitter and on Instagram as well of this dance challenge that we've done as well. Let's go to these WhatsApps. All right, I'll come back to that. What do you still want to do, Masa? I mean, you're on Carte Blanche now. You're anchoring the news on Newsroom Africa. Is there anything else that you still badly want to achieve, or you've found your sweet spot?
No.
Would you write a book? I mean, you're an English major.
I have a perpetual writer's block. I have tried to write books many times, and I am so hard on myself when it comes to writing that if ever I did write the book, I probably, it would probably be decades from now. There's so much to tell, especially with the stories we cover, but also just life. My story has a lot of grief in it, as much as it's got a lot of beauty. The loss of my father really debilitated me. The loss of my cousin Leo and Dimples do me. So there was a lot of loss that happened, and in the darkness of the loss, I had to find some light. And you know what? Journalism does give me that. My work gives me that fulfillment, my family, my friends. But what more do I want to do? So much more. I still want to achieve, at some point, I want to be Dr. Kekana. I would really love to get my PhD.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah. I definitely at some point want to be. And I'm not going to be those people about like PhD and then they're like, it's fine, you can call me Masa. I will insist after all that year. Yeah, no, so I still want to, there's a lot of academic achievements that I still want to achieve,
Yeah, I'm just triggered by school so much that, yeah, like someone else thinking about doing a doctorate, I'm like, wow, I'm inspired just by that. And then let's go to some WhatsApps here. Zulu says, hi Lala, you dance like the rural Zulu man from Msinga. Where did Masa matriculate and which year? That's a question there from Zulu.
So I matriculated at Brancliffe House. It's a small private school in Northcliffe, which is where I lived in 2005. Very small school. We didn't have a school uniform. There were about 15, 16 kids in the class max.
16 kids in the class?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it also really conscientized me because I was one of 4 black people in the entire school from grade 8 to 12. And I think also my music taste also reflects that. Some of it is very much from that era. And a lot of it also from being proudly Sowetan, and then a hip hop head and a house lover and a jazz music lover. But I went to a very small school in Northcliffe.
How do you deal, this was a question that came through earlier as well, with criticism? I mean, as people who do work that is public, I mean, our work, we're live right now on the radio, your work is on television, so you are more, the door is open for scrutiny and for criticism. How do you deal with that if people have not liked the position perhaps the story has taken or the angle that you have taken on Carte Blanche and people start tweeting stuff? How do you deal with that?
there's always people who don't like the angle. There's always people who don't like the position. I deal with it by taking comfort in that I feel I'm on the right side of history, that I'm doing that for the right reason, right? If I am, for instance, doing a story about parents who've lost their son who was murdered outside a facility, then I know that I am doing the right thing. In terms of criticism, particularly online, I'm quite private and I don't really look out for whether it be compliments or the criticism. I just kind of post and stay away from it. And then I surround myself with really positive influences and people that I can take feedback, and I appreciate feedback.
Yeah. Letter says, Clement, I love the work of Ausmasa a lot. Please ask her this question for me. What would be her advice to a young person out there who has the desire to be an investigative journalist, but they're doubting themselves, whether or not they would be good?
Oh, that's actually really important. There's someone who said to me, a very good friend of mine once said to me, "Oh, Mas, I don't watch Carte Blanche because it's depressing." And I said to her, what a luxury you have to switch off the reality of this country, because what you're seeing is the reality of it. Now, I'm not saying consume yourself with doom and gloom to be switched on all the time, but at least be aware. I think if you have a care, you are interested in reading, you have even a shred of bravery, just an ounce of it, not all of it, I think it's something you can definitely pursue.
Yeah. I want to wrap up with the song. So, tell me why this Goody Dolls is the big one for you as well.
I love the Goo Goo Dolls. I grew up listening to Nickelback, Coldplay, while I was also listening to Letambuli and Kaifa Semenya. So a very wide range. But I love this song because the lyrics, and I did mention a lot of grief, so it reminds me of the people I've lost.
Yeah.
But when Clement and Masa, now I'm depressed. Nale, my girlfriend, we were always convinced that you guys are dating. Like, it was not even a debate. We knew you to be dating. Officially, we are depressed. Witness, Centurion.
Okay, witness. Maybe this is just an act. Who knows? But, so, we have an agreement, though, that if we 40, is it 40
no,
or
it's not
45? 45?
Yeah.
If we turn 45 and we don't have anyone, we'll just get married.
That's your agreement.
What's yours?
Mm-mm.
You'll never marry me?
Mm-mm.
You wouldn't?
No.
What a loss, Shem. A loss for you.
I
my
wouldn't
darling.
marry you.
What a loss for you, my darling. You wouldn't?
No, I would want to live next door to you.
That's what she
Like,
suggested before.
until we die, I want to live next door to you. But I don't want to be married to you.
Well, we could marry as best friends.
That's not how it works with marriage.
Okay.
There's other things that are needed.
Well, you've just depressed this listener further.
My apologies, but it's not happening.
Masa Kekana, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank
it was
you.
lovely to hang out with you, and thank you for the incredible that you do.
Thank you so much, and thank you for all the voice notes and the listeners. I appreciate it.